baited up as I talk to you. Now I'll talk to you a little bit about my rig. This one here, I got two of them. I guess what you would say like a double minnow rig, but I just got a jig on the bottom, minnow on the top. I've got about 2.5 foot of 6-pound trilene, Berkeley trilene, 6-pound fluorocarbon, 3/8 ounce egg sinker. And I'm just going to drop these baits down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 15 foot. And I'm going to do this one the same way. So I'm at the butt of my rod. I know that's 10 foot. This here, the jig that we have on the first rod that we just put down is the Firecracker Predator Shad, 1/8 ounce chartreuse jig head. Now this one here is a 1/8 ounce pink jig head with the Crappie tube by Venom Lures. The color is called Salt and Pepper. A little bit more natural color. I might put 2 minnows on this one on the top and one on the jig. Just see what they want. And I do keep it pretty close together. I mean, I don't have them a foot apart or anything like that. Both are tied with the loop knot. The loop knot is very important with this type of fishing. You need to have it. Catch you a lot more fish that way. Drop the minnow. Trying to get everything situated this morning. Kind of running late, but it should be okay. I'm going to put this one over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to put that one about a foot lower. And these other two, okay, this is just a straight pink jig head, which I think I'm about to change that out for a white jig head, just to kind of break it up a little bit. Instead of having 2 pinks on there, we can have something different. I think white, just straight white with the minnow is honestly killer, especially if you have like a Roadrunner style jig head. So this is how I tie my loop knots, guys. So what you want to do is you want to just tie a little square knot, but don't tighten it down. So you're going to have that loop right there. You want to go through the eye of the hook, or in this case the jig head. Trying to make sure y'all can see this, and then you just go wrap it around 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and then you're gonna be left with a little hole that you just created from your square knot. Then you just tighten it down, and then there you are. Super easy, super quick, stays right where you want it. Like I said, we're just going to put a straight minnow on this one. Straight minnow, straight through the lips. And see with that loop knot, I mean, you just got a ton of action right there, okay? Make sure we got 10 foot. 10 foot. We'll do this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it 14. Doing them all different because the fish that I have marked have just been kind of scattered out. You know, some of them have been 26 foot. Some of them have been 10 foot. They're just kind of all over the place. Straight hook here. And we'll be using a minnow with it. Try to get myself positioned right for these fish. And there it is. Super easy, guys. Don't have to make this hard. Do that one also at 15. Alright, and that's pretty much how I just, set up my rods every time I come out. Hopefully when I go back through and look at the loop knot footage, hopefully it shows. If not, we might have to redo that part. But let's see what we can do. Got us a fish. I haven't been out here long. Oh, it came off. Look right there. Right there. There was another one. Are you still on there? Yep, sure is. Hopefully we'll get this one in the boat. Ain't a bad fish. Probably about the same size as the other one. I'm just marking fish, and honestly, guys, just staying right on top of them. Letting them tell me what they want, letting them make the first move. I'm not really picking through all different colors yet. That one came off a straight minnow. Showing to you without him stabbing me to death in the hand. Not a bad fish. He's probably maybe 9.5 or so. Not a bad fish to start the day. Hopefully we can get some more of these. Got something on this rod, guys. He don't feel massive, but he jerked the rod in the water. Okay, that's why. One of them little white cats. Yeah, we'll put him in the video anyways. Hopefully don't break my line off. There we go. Yeah, guys, there's a bunch of these dudes out here. Bunch of them. I'll tell you what, if you wanted to have a catfish fry, you could definitely get you some of these out here. Good fight. Go again. Just a little guy though. Got my line all wrapped up in the See if we can get this untangled. No, I don't think we're gonna be able to. We're gonna have to cut that. It's just a little guy. Nothing serious. We're just out here having fun. See if we can get this. There he is. It's not a long fish, but he's a thick one. Too bad. This Humminbird Piranha Max 4, guys, it don't lie. It don't lie. I need to do a video on that little dude. Very inexpensive, but I'm telling you, it is accurate. Oop, don't drop my minnow. And it's good. Now, I'm not really talking loud today because there's a bunch of boats around me, and I don't want to interrupt what they're doing by having me screaming and hollering and all that junk. That fish came off a straight minnow. I can't really say that one has produced more than any of the others yet. I'm thinking honestly these fish are really active. They're just kind of biting whatever's in front of them. Overcast skies today. Water temp's 85 degrees, which it's dropped a good bit. We did have a decent amount of rain this week. There's a giant school of shad behind me. You can see them guys right there. So you know the fish are in the area where there'd be crappie, bass. It wouldn't surprise me if we hear a couple bass blow up behind us here in just a second. But it's super simple, guys. You know, I'm not going fast at all. I'm honestly just bumping the trolling motor with my foot and kind of getting us where we want to go and keeping us on top of fish. But I wouldn't say I'm necessarily trolling. I'm honestly just dead sticking a lot of rods. You know, when I say a lot, I mean 4 rods at the same time. And just kind of letting the fish tell me what they want. Look right there. Look right there. I don't think this is a crappie. If it is, it's a good one. I think it's another one of them catfish. Could be a bass. Kind of feels like a catfish. It might be a crappie though. Probably a catfish if I had to guess. Yep. Another one of them stinking things. I don't mind catching them. But they will make a mess. There's a bunch of them in here. I honestly don't know of anywhere else that has white catfish around me except for here. Done some catfish videos in the past. They're not on YouTube anymore because they didn't really do too well, but there's a bunch of catfish in here. If you like the catfish, I like the catfish, I do. And you're in the area, don't really know where to start. I'd start here. Throw you know, maybe some shrimp, minnows, obviously. I don't know about stink bait. The Danny King's catfish punch bait is pretty good. I didn't really have too much luck out of it here, but I have on other places. You know, there's a little lake right down the road, Boys Mill Pond. They say it's a pond. Some people call it a lake, but it's more or less just a river. It's, you know, so kind of where they dammed off the Reedy River, and then on down it flows into Lake Greenwood. But it's got some big fish in there, guys. It's kind of hard to get down in there sometimes because the water level gets so stinking low right there at the boat ramp. I don't know who's in charge over that, but they kind of mess everything up when you really want to fish there. But all the fish in there are big. You know, the shad in there are just giant, a lot bigger than they are out here at Lake Rabon. But I don't really do too much catfishing anymore. It kind of gets to be a pain sometimes to come out here, get bait, anchor up, you know, wait. But sometimes it can be worth it, you know, out there at Boyd's Mill, you catch a lot of big flatheads. Today is the 6th. Last time I went out there to catch catfish was actually a year ago from today exactly, on the 6th. It was on a Friday, and I caught 2 nice flatheads back to back. Yeah, it's kind of hard sometimes to go out at night. You know, got 2 youngins, so it's kind of hard sometimes to go out there at night. Trying to see if we can get another one while the camera's rolling. We might. There goes somebody right here. Honestly, what it did, it didn't even take off with it. It's another catfish, I already know. The rod just went straight into the water. Yes. This is actually a bigger one. And some of the others, he's actually hooked twice because we got 2 hooks on this one. But we can put him in the video. Thank goodness he was barely hooked. That's a skinny, ugly fish. There he is. Another decent fish. All these fish have been about the same size, guys, except for that one. I may edit out, honestly, because these fish are pretty good. There he is. Very green, blue crappies. They look like that out here on the deeper part of this lake. It's got a lot of grass in this lake, so that's probably one reason as to why. Not a bad fish. Not a bad fish. I mean, if you can see my hand, I mean, that's a good fish, you know. Nothing wrong with that. There we go. We getting on some decent fish. I'm telling you, for this lake. One of my better days I had in a while. Me and fishing has just been on an up and down roller coaster this year with everything going on and stuff like that. That's okay. That's a good fish for this lake. I mean, it ain't a bad fish anywhere, you know, good fish for a fish fry, but I mean, it ain't no wall hanger. I will say, you know, this lake, it does have a bass tournament every Saturday, okay? And it's got giant bass in it. But I've always wondered why nobody wanted to start up a like a crappie tournament. So I've kind of thought about maybe trying to do something like that for people that's in the area, people that want to kind of be competitive in a way, and just have a good time, you know. Do it as, you know, normal crappie tournaments would do. There's a ton of crappies out here, so I don't see why nobody's done it. I mean, yeah, there's a bunch of small ones. Just weed through the small ones and, you know, pick out 7 good ones. Bring them back to the weigh-in. You know, $20 to enter, just like it is the bass tournament on Saturday. And, you know, have a good time. So if that's something that somebody would be interested in, maybe, you know, we could get together and, you know, maybe make something happen. There he is. Got caught up in another line. There we go. Got him out. He felt huge. The way he took off like that, but still not a bad fish. All of them have been pretty thick across the back. Go again. We don't get caught up in my other rod over there. He sure did. Did he come out? He sure did come out. Another decent fish. Ooh. Now, for any of you guys that fish this lake as much as I do, y'all know that there's not a lot of giant fish in here. So far we hadn't done bad. You know, catching fish like this out of this lake is pretty good, especially with it being in the summertime like this, getting closer towards the end of summertime. That's a fat fish. I mean, I didn't bring my cooler again. Try not to keep too many fish. But that, just about all these fish that we've caught today, be some good ones to take home. Didn't get it on camera, but we might get that one on camera. There we go. Well, we got 2 of them coming in the boat, if we can get them in. Okay, there's one. Did he come on? No, he didn't. That's a decent fish right there. Sure is a decent fish. I say he's decent, but he's maybe pushing 10 inches. I was partaking in some breakfast, the old breakfast pizza. But if some decent fish like these are wanting to interrupt, that is perfectly fine with me. If I can get this hook out, I'll show them to you. It's kind of relaxing today, guys. I mean, I'm not, you know, really focusing on anything. I'm just on this deep flat, okay, marking some fish. We're gonna have to get the pliers out wherever they are. Marking some fish, putting some baits down, not using 15 different colors. Just focusing on the colors that I know that work. And well, guys, my camera battery has died, and that is the only battery I have because I was stupid one day and I left the battery inside of my pants before I put them in the washing machine. So unfortunately I only have one battery, but came out here on Saturday morning and did pretty good. You know, it wasn't every single, you know, twist and turn we were catching fish, but hey, you know what? That's part of fishing. Sometimes I can't even come out here naked and wet and catch a cold. Not literally naked, but you know what I'm saying. Some days I catch them, some days I don't. But hopefully you liked today's video. If you like what you see, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And if you really, really like what you see, go ahead and think about subscribing to the channel. It makes me want to make more videos for you guys. And until next time, tight lines, God bless.